What's up, Bradley Johnson here with my late night bodybuilding, snacking thing, protein thing that you're going to be loving. Basically, we start off here with less than 50 mils of water in there, and then you add some of this aspartame sweetener. Now, if you want to throw it into your macros, you can add sugar if you want to add sugar. But I don't like to add anything that isn't, physical that I can eat, that's got calories in it. So I have this because there's like no calories in it and doesn't mess with my macros and keeps it nice and carb light. So I'm going to add 1.5 tablespoons of sweetener into there. As you can see, I got the sweetener in there. It makes a nice little sound when you put it in. Maybe I can hear it. Can you hear it? Nah, you probably can't hear it anymore. Either way, you kind of swirl that around in there. Makes it easier to mix later on. And then after that, the easy step comes. You take this 300 grams of cottage cheese and you put all that. Can you hear it? Yeah, you can hear it. You put all that cottage cheese in there. As you can see, it's all dissolved in there. And the cottage cheese goes straight in. Some people don't like cottage cheese, and that's because they're sensible, because cottage cheese isn't very nice. But trust me on this. Oops. One-handed stuff. Either way that goes in there, get a spoon and get rid of it all. As you can see, we're practically finished. That's all in there. Only the next step is to get some of this hand blender action and blend it all up. Let me show you what it makes. Have it, the finished product. Now the consistency, texture, and most importantly taste is that of, you guessed it, yogurt. It tastes like, feels like, looks like, and it is exactly the same as yogurt with a much higher protein count. It's got 28 in this here. If you have a look here, made it like a lot. I just devour it. It takes me about 2 seconds to eat all of that. That's 28.5 grams of protein, 15 grams of carbs, 1.5 grams of fat, some incredibly low number of calories. Let me remind myself exactly how many calories it is. It is 185 or 195, something like that. Calories, incredibly low calories, incredibly high protein, and incredibly low carbs and all that stuff. And it's good casing protein that'll last you throughout the night. This is what I had before I go to bed. Now, bear in mind, yeah, there's a whole heap of things you can add to this, yeah? Like, for instance, if you are so inclined, here are some optional ingredients. You've got the peanut butter, almond butter there, some cocoa powder, give it chocolate flavour, some vanilla. All these things add to the flavour, but ultimately the only thing that matters, yeah, is that you're getting the protein from the cottage cheese and that you got a sweetener in there so it doesn't taste like ass. That's the only thing that matters. I've tried it in a whole heap of concoctions in different ways. The only thing that makes sense, the only way that really needs to be there is that you've got to have a little bit of water because it makes the consistency a bit better, it makes it easier to blend and easier to eat, and you've got to have the sweetener, otherwise it tastes disgusting, and obviously you've got to have the cottage cheese, so that's the whole point in the meal. Hopefully this has been some help to you. If you don't like it, try it. I'm telling you, you'll love it. It tastes just like yogurt. Who doesn't like yogurt? You can have fruits in there, you can put anything you want in there. Of course, it will change the macros once you start adding stuff, but as it is, it's real good macros. Bradley Johnson at gmail.com. If you've got any queries or theories or suggestions or anything, let me know. Other than that, like the video, like my Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and of course, look at it. Look at it. I'm gonna say it. Peace. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention, you might have noticed, and I just like to clear things up and say, yes, I use and advocate the usage of aspartame as a sweetener. It is cheaper than the other sweeteners, and it tastes better than the other sweeteners, and has no negative effects on your health. And I would like to go on record as saying I am a massive supporter of aspartame as a sweetener. Aspartame makes stevia taste like straight beep crack. Peace!